can tune in. Good morning, Rampage family. Welcome to Orland Park, Illinois, suburb of the greater Chicago area. We got the first of 4 games this morning lined up against Victory Honda. Boys had a good flight in, got in a little early, and they were all able to get to bed fairly early last night. Hopefully they got some rest. We're coming off of a really, really strong weekend of hockey last weekend. Going undefeated last weekend and winning our last game in a 7-round shootout. Very exciting. Hopefully the boys have some good momentum going. Hopefully they're all fired up. They're ready to go. Should be a good weekend of hockey. Thanks for tuning in on this Friday morning. We have a very well-traveled team this weekend. Holy cow, this is awesome. I'm looking down the bleachers here, and we've got just a ton of parents from our team that showed up to watch this weekend as our boys show up to play. As far as scouting reports, I'm happy to report that Mr. Liam Holmes will be back in the net. He's been cleared to play, and so he'll be able to help out between the pipes again this weekend. And obviously we'll have Zach Stahl as well. Zach doing an excellent job holding down the fort for the last stretch while Liam was recovering. I think, as far as I know, we got a full roster today. It's been the first time in quite a while since I could say that. Getting ready to start period number 1. 17 minutes on the board. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Sarver, Whitted, Wheeler, and Bisley. And Liam Holmes in net. All right, here we go. Getting ready to start for the puck drop for period number 1. Victory Honda wins the draw. Sarver's going to pick it up. He skates into the zone, puts a shot on net. Goaltender puts it into the corner. Sarver goes after it. He's going to send it around to the near side. Bisley pinching in is going to keep it in the zone for now. Bisley has it down low, feeds it out to Sarver. Sarver takes a shot, I think goes wide of the net. Puck comes up the near side wall. It's going to come all the way out. Waving off icing, play will continue. Wheeler gets there. It's bouncing on him. He's got a player on. He's going to skate it to the far side. Holds up. Victory Honda is going to poke it back into the corner. Honda sends it up and out. Drexel's going to send it to the far wall. He goes after it. He sends it out of the zone. Honda with a turnaround. They send it in. It's going to end up in the near corner. Bisley sends it up the near side wall. Comes up to Sarver. Sarver sends it across. Wheeler picks it up at neutral ice. He's going to skate through. He's into the zone with it. Dumps it down low, and he's going to give chase. Rampage going for a change. We got Foster in there. Is going to tie it up down low in the corner. Whittingham pulls it off the wall. Comes over to Rahosian. Takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Honda sends it up the far wall. They're out of the zone. Comes up to Merrill. A little back and forth. Honda has it back, and now they're into the zone with it. Send it down low. Puck back behind the net. Honda's going to pick it up there on the far wall. Centering pass. Goes through. Makes it to the near side wall. Whittingham picks it up off the wall. Sends it up to Rahosian. Rahosian's into the zone. He's got a player on. Tries to send it behind his back. Foster pokes it into the far wall. Honda picks it up down low in their zone. Looking. skating, sends it across ice to the near side, comes out to neutral. Victory Honda holds up at neutral ice. They turn, send it off the boards into the Rampage zone. Gudonis is going to get there on the far side. Sends a pass, a stretch pass out to Wilton. He's got some room. Wilton's into the zone. Nick Wilton takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Puck down low in the corner. Comes back to Roberts, who sends it, and Honda sends it the distance. This is going to go on net. Play will continue. Espirito picks it up down low. He's going to skate to the far side. Sends a pass up to Roberts. Comes back to Espirito, and now a little bit of bouncing, and Honda recollects. They turn, fire it off the boards. Huff knocks it down. He's going to send it across to Espirito. Espirito on the near side, back over to Huff. Goes through his stick. It's going to end up on the far wall. Huff skates back for it, sends it over to Espirito. Espirito up to Wilton. It tips off his stick. It goes into the zone. They wave off icing. Play will continue. Roberts is in there to try to tie it up down low. He's got McManus in to help him out. McManus turns, fires wide of the net off the wall. King is into the play, feeds it up towards Espirito. Honda with the steal. They send it up and out. Now Espirito turns it around, up towards King. It's going to go into the zone. Victory Honda picks it up down low. Roberts giving chase into the corner. The puck comes up just out of the zone. King's going to fire it back to Wheeler. Wheeler turns with it. Victory Honda with a quick steal in the zone. Shot taken, and that one's going to slide just stick side. So with 13:45 left in the first period on a rough turnover in the Rampage zone, Victory Honda is going to score first to get on the board. Out on the ice, we've got King, Bender, Whitted, Bisley, Merrill, and Gudonis. Tied up on the draw, comes back to Merrill. Merrill over to Gudonis, back to Merrill. Merrill feeds it up towards Whitted, poke check at center ice, and Honda has it back. They send it into the zone. Gudonis sends it up and out. Whitted picks it up in neutral ice. He skates. He's going to dump it into the zone to give chase. King gets there on the far side. King and Whitted back behind the net. Whitted tries to wrap around. Goaltender makes a save. He's got it covered up. We've got a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle. Little how you doing? Welcome to Chicago. 13:17 left in period number one. We'll get a face-off in the Victory Honda zone. Get a couple of fresh skaters out on the ice. We've got Whittingham, Drexel, Sarver, Gudonis, and Merrill. Rampage win the draw. Back to Merrill at the point. He drops it for Sarver. Sarver skates the blue line, takes a shot from up high, deflects off a stick, ends up way up in the air. Drexel's going to get there down low, feeds it up to Gudonis. Gudonis takes a shot from the point. Goaltender makes a save. That one goes, I guess, not into the netting, ends up in the far corner. Honda sends it up the far side wall, comes up and out of the zone. Drexel recollects, sends it over to Merrill. Merrill feeds it through to Whittingham. Whittingham turns and dumps it into the zone. Goes on net. The goaltender is going to cover it up. We'll get a face-off in the Victory Honda zone with 12:47 left in the first. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whittingham, Sarver, Huff, and Espirito. Tied up on the draw. Victory Honda is going to win it. They send it around the near side boards. Comes up and out of the zone. Espirito drops it for Drexel. Drexel turns, fires it up and into the zone. Whittingham's going to give chase. Drops it back, and Drexel has to recover back in the neutral zone. He turns, feeds it through to Whittingham, goes off a stick, it's into the zone. Sarver with the steal off the wall. He's going to skate towards center ice. Turns, takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. There's a rebound there. Honda's going to clear it the whole way. This should be icing. We get a whistle. Face-off will be back in the Victory Honda zone with 12:13 left in the first. Out on the ice, we've got Rahojan, McManus, Huff, Espirito, and Foster. Rampage win the draw. They're going to send it to the far point. Rahojan takes a shot. Goaltender's got it and is going to hang on. Do that face-off all over again. McManus to take the draw. Rampage win the draw. Foster turns, fires it wide of the net. It goes into the near side corner. Honda sends it over to the far side, up the wall. Huff gets there, feeds it back down again. McManus sends a shot on goal. Goaltender has it. It's going to get kicked out to the near side corner. Comes up and just out of the zone. Espirito has to recollect. Rampage tag up. Espirito sends it up towards Foster. Honda with the steal. They're into the Rampage zone. Move to the far side. They're into the far corner. Honda drops it, centers the pass. Now Rahojan's going to pick it up. Skates back behind the net with it to the near side. Rahojan makes a move to center. He's going to skate into the neutral zone with it. Makes a move, takes the red line, tries to dump it, gets stuck on a body. Puck tied up on the wall, and now Honda's going to skate out. Feeds it to the near side. Shot taken from up high, goes up and over. Ends up to the far corner. Shot goes wide of the net, ends up on the near side. Bisley's going to come pick it up, feeds it up the wall. Goes off a stick, it's into the zone. Victory Honda gets there. Whitted gets a stick on it, takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Held up in the corner by Roberts. Roberts feeds it wide of the net. It's going to go to the near side. Bisley pinching in, keeps it down low. Roberts gets there, far side corner. Turns and drops it down low. Wilton's going after it. Comes back up to Roberts. He feeds it back low towards Wilton. Wilton on the side of the net, takes a shot. Goaltender gets a piece. Goes to the far wall. Wheeler's going to dump it in. Puck comes down low. Whitted gets there, skates it to the outside. He turns, looks. Whitted makes a move to neutral, takes a shot, goalie makes a save. And we get a whistle, but the puck was clearly loose because it got cleared out. I don't know if the net came off or if they lost sight of it. 10:24 left in period number 1. Out on the ice. Merrill, Gudanis, Bender, King, Whittingham. Rampage win the draw. Back to Gudanis, who's going to send it down the boards to the near side. King is there, takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Honda's going to pick up the rebound. They skate it out of the zone. It's into the Rampage zone now. Honda sends a shot. Liam gets a piece of it, goes up into the netting and out of play. So we'll get a face-off in the Rampage zone. Same crew out as before. We'll get the face-off on the far side. Rampage win the draw, comes back and through to the near side wall. Merrill gets stuck on the wall. Now it's out of the zone. Honda recollects. King knocks it down. We get it all tied up in the neutral zone. Honda's going to skate into the Rampage zone with it now. Skate to the near side boards. Gets stuck in the corner. Merrill sends it up to King. King turns. He's going to skate with it. He's through neutral ice. Sends a cross ice pass. It's into the zone, and Rampage are offside. 9:41 left in the period. We'll get a face-off outside of the Victory Honda zone. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, McManus, Sarver, Huff, and Espirito. Honda wins the draw. They're going to send it back into their own zone. McManus giving chase, and a pass comes up. Drexel with a steal, takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. It's going to go to the near side corner. McManus is in there. He picks it up, sends it up and through, and now Huff takes a shot. Deflects off a stick, goes behind the net. Honda picks it up down low. They send cross ice to the far side. Off the wall and into the Rampage zone. Espirito has to skate back, pick it up. Sends it up the near side wall. Honda pinching in. They're going to keep it in the zone. Honda sends it out from behind the net, turns and fires, goes wide of the net. Drexel picks it up on the near side, tries to send a cross ice pass. Honda with a steal. Puck is into the Rampage zone, and Rampage are offside, even though they're not the ones that sent it in. 8:53 left in the first. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Whitted, Rahosian, Bisley, Wheeler. Rampage win the draw, send it back to Wheeler. Wheeler turns, skates with it, makes a move to the outside, skates it through. He's into the Victory Honda zone. Wheeler has it down low in the corner. Centering pass, nobody home. It's going to come clear out of the zone. Rampage have to come back for it. Bisley gets there, sends it across to Whitted on the far side. Whitted sends it up to Wheeler, deflects off his stick, and it's into the zone. Player blows a tire. Foster has a step. He's into the zone. Foster with a shot. Goalie makes a save. Puck goes to the far wall. Down low, comes up to the point, bounces past Wheeler's stick. He's going to have to come back for it. Wheeler picks it up, makes a move to the near side, cross ice to Rahosian. Rahosian's through neutral. He's into the zone. Rahosian takes a shot. Goalie makes a save. Goes down low in the corner. Foster sends it up the wall to Whitted. Whitted back to Foster. Foster centers it. Rahosian can't quite reach it. Now Honda's going to clear it. Comes all the way back. Wheeler has to hustle for it. He's got a player on. Honda with the quick steal. Bisley with the poke check's going to send it into the near side corner. Centering pass. Rahosian with the steal. Whitted's got it on his stick. He takes the red line, makes a move to the outside. He's into the Honda zone, takes a shot, goalie with the save. Honda's gonna turn with it. They're out of the zone. Quick turnaround, and Roberts is in there. He skates it into the zone, tries to drop it for Wilton. Honda's gonna pick it up. Honda's out of the zone with it. Quick poke check, gets sent up, and now Roberts is gonna send it out. Honda turns with it to Merrill. Merrill turns and fires. It's into the zone. Play will continue. Honda sends it up the near side wall. They're out of the zone. They skate through neutral, take the red line, and dump it. Gudonis gets back for it. Gudonis blows the tire and goes into the wall hard. Puck comes up to Wilton. He's going to chip it up and out of the zone. Honda with the takeaway. Puck comes back into the zone. Gudonis is going to come back for it. Turns it for Whittingham. Whittingham sends it up to Wilton. Wilton's going to turn, fire it cross ice. Roberts is going after it. It's in the Victory Honda zone. Honda picks it up. Honda's back behind their own net with it. Whittingham in on the forecheck. He's got a takeaway. Whittingham skates the near side wall. Tries to turn and dump it. It's going to end up down low in the corner. Honda sends it up the near side wall again, up to Espirito. Espirito takes a shot from up high. Goaltender makes a save. Poke check. Ian King down in the corner is going to send it the other direction. Goes to the far side. Honda chips it up and out of play. So we'll get a face-off in the Victory Honda zone. 6:06 left in period number 1. On the ice, we've got Bender, King, McManus, Huff, Espirito. Rampage win the draw up to Huff at the point. He sends a shot in, deflects wide of the net. McManus goes after it down low, turns and fires. Puck is loose. Nope, goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle. We'll have a stoppage. Some good pressure in that little last part of a shift. We'll get another face-off in the Victory Honda zone. 5:56 left in period number 1. Tied up on the draw, comes up to Huff, sends it down low to the far side wall. King has it, tries to feed it up. Victory Honda with the steal, comes up and out of the zone. Espirito turns. Honda gets it back, and now a steal by McManus is going to turn it back the other way. Honda sends it to the far wall, comes up and out of the zone. Bender ties it up on the wall. He turns and fires it back in. Honda trying to clear it out. McManus on the hunt. He's going to send it through the crease to the near side. Honda clears the zone, comes up and out, and Huff is going to recollect. He sends it off the wall on the near side. It's at neutral ice. Honda turns, fires it into the Rampage zone. Espirito has to come back for it. Espirito tries to change directions. Whitted's going to pick it up. Sends it up to King. King off the wall to Espirito. Espirito takes the red line. He's going to dump it in. Puck in the far corner. Sarver gets in there. Whitted's in there. Puck's bouncing. Honda able to clear it out. Drexel with the steal. He has to come back for it. Drexel sends it across to Bisley. Bisley fires over towards Whitted, just behind him. It's going to bounce in the zone. Sarver gets a chance to get there. Johnny Sarver with the shot. That one's going to bury. 4:38 left in the first period, and old Johnny Two Guns get the Rampage on the board for the first time this weekend. Tying the score 1-1. You could feel it coming, everybody. Rampage have been heavy on the pressure, dominating the ice time and the shot opportunities, and just took a little while for us to finally get one. Old Johnny Two Guns manages to bring it home. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Merrill, and Gudanis. Honda wins the draw. They're going to dump it into the zone. Holmes holds it up. Merrill gets there. Merrill sends it up to Drexel. Drexel turns, sends cross ice to Gudanis. Gudanis is through neutral. Drops it for Sarver. Sarver across to Merrill. Merrill takes a shot, goes up and into the netting or off of a high stick, but we have a stoppage. We'll get a face-off in the Victory Honda zone with 4:21 left in the first period. Scores all tied up 1-1. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Whittingham, Rahosian, Merrill, and Gudanis. Rampage win the draw. Honda gets there. They're going to feed it to the near side wall. They're through neutral. Cross ice pass. Quick shot goes up and over. Comes up to the point. Bounce past the player. No icing. Rahosian's going to be the first one to get there. Rahosian feeds it across to Foster. And just like that, Rampage take a 2-1 lead. Quick transition through. Rahosian hustles to get there, passes it across to Armani Foster, and Foster just buries it on the back door. 4:03 left in period number one, scores 2-1 in favor of your Colorado Rampage. Out on the ice, Foster, Whittingham, Rahosian, Huff, and Espirito. Espirito picks it up, sends it back to neutral. Honda gets there. Rahosian with a quick steal, and now Whittingham picks it up and sends it in. Rampage are offside. 3:52 left in period number one. Same crew out as before. Rampage with a Rampage with a late change. But to be fair, ref didn't put his hand up like he's supposed to. Coach is letting him know about it. Rahosian turns and fires it off the draw into the zone. Whittingham's going to dump it down low. Puck ends up on the near side wall, not out. Bisley holds it, sends it back down low. Foster's in there to do battle. Puck comes up the near side wall. Puck comes out to neutral. Turned around, Bisley's going to turn and fire it back into the zone. Honda has to recollect down low. Honda sends it up the near side wall. Skates it out to center ice, takes the red line into the Rampage zone. Down low in the corner, centering pass attempt, a takeaway. McManus feeds it up the far wall. It goes past a player, comes up and out of the zone. Honda has to go back into their zone to recollect. They turn and fire it up to neutral ice. Bisley's going to pull it out of the air. He skates with it, makes a move. He's into the zone. Rampage are offside. And we have a tripping penalty coming to Victory Honda. So with 2:56 left in period number one, Rampage are going to go on the power play for the first time this game. Excuse me, get a little froggy. Out on the ice, we've got Espirito, Wheeler, Whitted, Drexel, and Sarver. Honda picks up the draw. They're going to skate it out of the zone, take the red line, and dump it in. Wheeler has to come back for it. Skates it to the far side. He's going to skate it through neutral. He's into the Victory Honda zone. Quick move to the outside. Puck goes wide of the net, ends up in the corner. Drexel picks it up down low. He turns, fires a shot, goaltender has it in the glove, is going to hang on. 2:33 left in period number 1. Same crew out as before. 1:37 left on the power play. Face-off coming to the near side. Rampage win the draw up to Wheeler, over to Espirito. Espirito feeds it in. Goaltender makes a save, is going to cover up. We get a whistle. We'll have a face-off. Get a little pushing and shoving after the whistle. Rampage wins the draw back to Espirito at the point. He drops it for Sarver. Sarver down to Drexel. Drexel up to Sarver. Sarver to Espirito. Walks the blue line. Over to Wheeler. Back to Espirito. Poke check is going to send it out of the zone. Espirito has to race back for it. Comes into the zone. Sarver has to pick it up in his own zone. Sarver drops it for Drexel on the near side. Drexel turns with it. He's going to skate it out, sends it across to Sarver, has to recollect. He turns and fires it into the zone. Victory Honda comes back for it. Whittingham in pursuit. Honda sends it to the far side. Up and out of the zone. Gudanis is going to wrangle it in. Gudanis takes the red line. It's into the zone. Foster's there, feeds it over. And Honda's going to clear. Honda coming back into the Rampage zone. Honda is offside. And we get two Rampage players running into each other in the zone. 33 seconds left on the power play. We'll get a face-off just outside the Rampage zone. 1:29 left in the period. Rampage win the draw. Wilton's going to skate it up and out. He dumps it in the zone, gives chase down low. Wilton feeds it up the boards to Whittingham. Whittingham turns with it. He's down low in the corner. Makes a turn, feeds it up to Merrill. Bounces past his stick. It's going to come all the way back into the Rampage zone. 11 seconds left on the power play. Merrill turns with it, feeds it up to Wilton. Rampage unable to get anything going on this power play. And we've got a penalty coming to the Rampage for an elbow. 57 seconds left in the period. And we've got 1 second of 4-on-4, followed by the rest of the period will finish out on the penalty kill for the Rampage boys. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Wheeler, Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Bisley sends it across to the far side. Wheeler has to get there. He does. Sends it up and out. It goes through. Doesn't connect. And so that's going to be, nope. Drexel with a lot of hustle. Gets the icing waved off. Wheeler's going to dump it down into the corner down low. Rampage on the penalty kill. Whitted's got it back behind his net. Feeds it up to Bisley at the point. Bisley takes a shot. Goalie makes a save. Goes up and takes a ride around the boards. Drexel keeps it in at the point. Honda collects down low. Gets tied up in the corner. Whitted gets there. Whitted sends it out to the near side point. Bisley has to come back for it. Just 15 seconds left in the period. Over to Wheeler, across to Drexel. Drexel makes a move to the inside. He's into the zone. Drexel takes a shot. Goalie makes a save. Ends up in the near side corner. Puck comes up and out to Bisley. Rampage have to tag up. Quick fan on it. Victory Honda with the steal. Takes a shot after the buzzer. That's to the face mask. That's 3-on-1. Get it under control. Shot taken after the buzzer. Our guys are going to step in and say something. And we get 3-on-1, and one kid takes a punch to the face mask. But the Stripes aren't going to do a darn thing about it. 17 on the board, getting ready to start period number 2. Rampage are going to go into period number 2 with 1:03 left on the penalty kill. I'm not wrong though. Like he was talking to him, and then 3 of them, and one of them hit him in the face. Yeah. I'm fired up. Well, it's why I'm standing all the way down to the end. All right, folks, I had to walk down and just confer with my my experts in the stands with me, and I feel like I'm justified in being angry. All right, Rampage is starting this with 1:03 left on the penalty kill. Out on the ice to start the PK for period number 2. We've got Roberts, Whittingham, Bisley, and Wheeler. Honda wins the draw back into their own zone. They have to come back after it. Held up in the far corner. Honda's recollecting, setting up behind their net. Send it across to the far side. It's out of the zone. Bisley turns around, fires it right back in again. 40 seconds left of penalty kill time. Skates to the near side wall. Quick takeaway by Whittingham. Whittingham's back in, centering pass just behind Roberts. Bounces up off the stick, goes to the far wall. Honda's going to dump it into the Rampage zone. Huff sends it around the boards to the near side. Puck comes up to the point. Poke check by Whittingham's going to send it out to neutral ice. Honda sends it across. 10 seconds left on the PK for the Rampage. Honda takes the red line. They're going to dump it in. Puck around to the near side boards. Whittingham picks it up down low, sends it around to the far side. Honda centers the pass. Holmes with the save. Huff's going to send it up. Rampage back in full strength. Rahosian's into the zone. He's got some room. Rahosian, and a nice save by the Victory Honda goaltender on a breakaway. Excellent penalty kill. 15:45 left in period number 2. Out on the ice. Rampage are back in full strength. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Rahosian, Whitted, Espirito, and Huff. Rampage win the draw. Back to Espirito. Drops it for Rahosian. Turns, makes a move. Shot taken. Goalie with a save. It wasn't covered. Nets off. Nets off. 15:38 left in the period. We'll get another face-off in the Honda zone. Rampage win the draw. Foster up to Espirito. Shot. Goes off bodies. Doesn't make it through. Honda clears the zone now, and Huff sends it off the boards, and then he's going to chase it. He's into the zone. Down low. Whitted feeds it down into the corner. Comes back out. Honda pokes it to the near side wall. Up to Rahosian. Rahosian takes a shot. Goes off a skate. Foster wrangles it in. He turns, fires, goes through the crease, ends up the near side. Rahosian dumps it back down. Whitted's there. Feeds it into the corner. Whitted up to Rahosian. Rahosian takes a shot. Goalie with the save. We'll get a face-off in the Honda zone. $14:59 left in the period. Face-off in the Victory Honda zone. On the ice, we've got Bender, King, McManus, Gudanis, and Merrill. Rampage getting tossed for reasons unknown. Puck ends up in the near side corner. McManus is going to go after it. Centers the pass. Puck doesn't quite make it through. Honda sends it to the far side. Up the boards. Merrill pinches in. Back to McManus. McManus wrangles it in. Tries to send it out front. Goes off the side of the net. Honda sends it up to the point. Merrill takes a shot from up high. Goaltender with a save. Puck down low. Honda feeds it up the far side wall. Merrill pinching in. Feeds it back down low again. McManus ties it up down low. Honda holds the stick, takes the puck away. Honda up and out of the zone, into the Rampage zone with a centering pass. Shot comes across. Gudanis is going to knock it down. He skates out of the zone with it. Loses the handle, and now Honda sends it back and up again. Honda into the Rampage zone. Puck comes off. Quick takeaway. Gudanis is going to feed it up and out to King. Honda with a poke check sends it back into their zone. Send it off the boards. Whittingham recollects in the zone. Shot taken. Goaltender with a save. Puck ends up in the far side corner. Drexel picks it up. Whittingham's there too. Feeds it up front. Now Honda's going to send it up. Clear the zone with it. Goes to the far side. Wheeler's going to pick it up. Turns around, sends it over to Bisley. Bisley sends it cross ice, off the boards into the Honda zone. Honda recollects down low. They're back behind their own net with it, make a move to the outside. Puck comes up and out of the zone now. Fed across to the near side. Honda into the zone, centering pass. Bisley gets boots in the way. Shot goes up and over and then comes out front. Puck on the near side wall. Out to Drexel. Drexel makes a move. He's into the zone. Drexel's got some space. Curtis Drexel! He's going to bury that one. 12:59 left in period number 2. Rampage go up 3-1. Nice, hard-working turnover, breakaway, and goal by number 23, Carter Drexel. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Whitted, Wilton, Esperito, and Huff. Rampage need to keep their foot on the gas. Rampage win the draw. Huff wrangles it in, sends it over to Esperito. He chips it up out of the zone. Whitted sends it up off the boards, and then Wilton's going to poke it into the zone. Roberts giving chase on the forecheck. Wilton down low in the corner. Roberts pulls it out of the pile. He turns with it. Roberts makes another turn back to the inside. Centering pass attempt. Doesn't connect. Whitted with the quick steal. Turns it around, takes a shot. Goes off the goalie's pads and wide. Ends up in the far wall. Wilton ties it up on the far wall. And now Honda sends it up out of the zone. Roberts with the takeaway. He turns with it. He's back into the Honda zone. Feeds it to Whitted. Quick shot attempt. Doesn't get anything on it. Honda sends a pass cross ice back into the Rampage zone. Esperito has to hustle back. Clears the zone with it. Wilton turns, chips it up. Whitted with a takeaway. He's going to send it in on net. Goalie drops it for his defenseman. Honda sends it to the far wall. Puck comes up and out. Honda blows the tire and is offside on their way through. 11:55 left in period number 2. Face-off be just outside the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Rahosian, Foster, Gudanis, Merrill, and McManus. Rampage win the draw. Foster sends it up and out of the zone. Honda recollects. They're going to send it across the near side, fire it in. Holmes knocks it down and drops it for Merrill, sends it to the far wall. Honda pinching in, and now Foster's going to skate it up and out. Puck comes into the zone. Foster's the first one to get there, centers the pass, and now Rahosian sends it up and back for Merrill. Merrill across to Gudanis. Gudanis cross ice, comes through, tips a Honda player into the zone. McManus gets there, sends it over to Foster, across to Rahosian. Shot attempt, attempted. Goaltender makes a save. Defenseman got a good stick on it. Quick shot taken. Holmes has it in his glove. He's going to hang on. 11:07 left in period number 2. They're playing good. Out on the ice, we've got King, Bender, Whittingham, Bisley, and Wheeler. Quick shot off the draw. Holmes with the save. It ends up in the far wall. King clears it up to Bender off of his stick. Gets into the zone. Play will continue. The goaltender's going to cover it up. We'll get a face-off, and we get a cross-check. Bit of a statute of limitations on that one. 10:55 left in period number 2. Same crew out as before. Really? I'm gonna send them both out. They didn't like the fighting on the face-off. Puck comes, oh, and Whittingham, Jack Whittingham, you got a signal, that's a goal. You know, when you're wearing the stripes, you actually have to make the signal that that's a goal. 10 minutes and 50 seconds left, so a little bit of chaos back and forth. Whittingham gets a body in front of it. Goalie knocks it down, and he picks up his own rebound and buries it. So with 10:50 left in period number 2, Rampage go by a score 4-1. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Wheeler, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Back to Wheeler. Wheeler turns, sends it to Drexel. Drexel feeds it. Whitted's into the zone. Rampage are offside. Just a little bit. It was just a little bit. Rampage is playing a very high-paced game right now, and they need to keep that up forever and ever. Amen. Tied up on the draw. Rampage get there. Whitted chips it into the zone. Honda with the quick takeaway. Comes back to Whitted. He tries to drop it for Sarver. Just goes through his legs. Drexel feeds it down in the corner to Sarver. Sarver to Whitted. Whitted takes a shot, deflects up, ends up behind the net. Whitted sends it up. Honda with the takeaway. They're going to send it out of the zone. And we got a penalty coming to the Rampage for a trip. 10:16 left in period number 2. Rampage on the PK. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Whittingham, Huff, and Espirito to start the PK unit. Honda wins the draw, takes the far wall, shot taken, Holmes with the save. It's going to end up in the far corner. Puck down low, wrap around attempt, Holmes with the save, and then the rebound comes out to a player on the far side, and they're going to bury that one with 10:03. Cutting the lead to 2. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Rahosian, Whittingham, Gudanis, and Merrill. Honda wins the draw. They're going to send it across to the far side. Into the zone. Gudanis sends it up the far wall. It bounces up and past players. It's going to come out. Honda's going to get back first. They drop the pass. Whittingham tries to feed it through. Goes off the stick, ends up in the near wall. Rahosian turns it, fires, goes off a body, and now Gudanis pinching in, tries to keep it in. held at the point. Rahosian skates it out, sends it across to Merrill. Merrill turns, fires it up. Whittingham turns into the zone with it, gets held up. Foster tries to pick up the puck. Puck comes down, and now it's going to clear. Back to Gudanis. He turns, fires it off the wall to Rahosian. Bounces past him. Honda has it. Into the zone, and now Whittingham's going to pick it up. He turns. Whittingham fires across ice to Rahosian. Rahosian's into the zone. Drops it for Whittingham. Shot taken. Goalie with the save. We get some pushing and shoving and standing over. .8:59 left in period number 2. So I think we'll get one more series before the ice cut. Face-off in the Honda zone. Yeah, really. I know. You can't just say you're sorry and then it makes it okay. I mean, Foster played till the whistle and then took a check to the face mask after the play. If they're not going to call it, they're not going to call it. Why are we taking the puck down to the other end of the ice? How did Armani get a penalty? He played till the whistle. Okay. So maybe there's not a penalty. He just skated out of the box. Okay. Everybody thinks that they're going to ice cut, but they're not sure. I don't know what's going on, but in the meantime, if people can Venmo me, we're going to take up collections for some USA Hockey rule books for the guys in stripes today. Okay, so it looks like we are going to have a face-off. Rampage are going to be on the penalty kill. 8:59 left in the period. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage come up with it. Drexel gets it up to the point. Honda holds it at the point. Send it down the near side wall. Wheeler fires it up and out and into the crowd. And some lucky fan has yourself a puck. Should be coming up on an ice cut here pretty soon. Rampage wins the draw. Wheeler's going to skate to the far side, sends it up to Whitted. Whitted turns with it. He's out of the zone. He's in the Victory Honda zone. Shot taken. Goalie makes a save, goes to the far wall. Drexel sends it back towards Bisley. Bisley sends it off the wall up to Whitted. Whitted makes a quick move. He's into the zone. Whitted with the shot, goes off a body, ends up in the near side. Wheeler down to Whitted. Whitted knocks it out of the air. Puck comes up to Wheeler. Wheeler drops it, nobody home, comes out. Bisley recollects in his own zone. Sends it off the wall. Whitted's going to send it up and out of the zone. Honda turns, sends it up. They're into the Rampage zone with it. Bisley with the takeaway. Feeds it off the wall to Whitted. Whitted turns with it. He's into the Victory Honda zone, takes a shot from up top, goes off a skate and down into the corner. Rampage going for a change. Honda coming out from behind their own net. Honda feeds it across to the near side. Shot. Holmes with the save. It's going to go to the far side wall. Honda feeds it down the wall. Centers the pass. And now Whittingham's going to pick it up on the far wall. He feeds it up to Sarver. Sarver's into the zone with it. Held up, turn shot. Goalie makes a save. Server gets knocked down. Honda turns, fires it into the zone. It's going to go all the way down. Esperito fires it up the far side wall. That's too many men on the ice. Honda holds up on the far wall, and we have a penalty coming to Victory Honda. So 7 minutes left in the period. When we come back, we're going to go to an ice cut, I think. When we come back, there'll be 7 minutes left in period number 2. 2 seconds of 4-on-4, followed by a minute 58 of Rampage power play. Score is currently 4-2. All right, so we're going to go to an ice cut. I'll see you guys back in about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to go on mute here in a little bit so you guys can't hear how bad the ranting gets. Well, no, because they got a penalty, so we should be in their zone.
I don't think they got a penalty. I think it was a face mask. His face mask came loose.
Oh, I thought they called the penalty. Okay, okay. Of course not. Of course not. All right, folks, welcome back to the second half of this second period. I have to recant my statement. I guess it was wishful thinking that they were going to actually get Victory Honda a penalty. They did not. Somebody had a loose face mask, which is why the stoppage. So, as we come back, face-off's going to be just outside the Rampage zone. Rampage have 2 seconds of penalty kill time. On the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Wheeler, Bisley. Rampage come up with it. Drexel skates, sends it off the wall. Drexel fires it into the far corner. Sarver gets there. Victory Honda pulls up. They're going to send it up to the far side wall. Cross to the near side, bounces off a stick. Wheeler sends it up in the air. Honda with the steal. They're back into the zone. Wheeler sends it up and out. Little back and forth at neutral ice. It's going to end up in the Victory Honda zone. Honda sends it across. Doesn't connect. That's going to go the distance. That is icing. So we get a whistle, face-off. I thought they did too, but apparently somebody's helmet had come loose. That's why they had the stoppage. Yeah, I thought that they did too. So face-off in the Victory Honda zone. 6:24 left in period number 2. On the ice, Sarver, Whitted, Drexel, Merrill, and Gudanis. Honda wins the draw. They're going to send it around to the near side. Across to the far side. Honda's into neutral ice now, into the Rampage zone. Centering pass attempt. Honda's going to skate down low in the corner. Sent up front. Merrill sends it out to the near side wall. Turned and fired. Gudanis gets in the way of that. Whitted sends it up to, tries to hit Sarver. Just not enough on it. Honda tries to turn around the other way. They're offside. 5:55 left in period number 2. Face-off will be outside the Rampage zone. On the ice, Espirito, Huff, Rahosian, Foster, Whittingham. Rampage win the draw. Espirito sends it through. Honda picks it up. They turn and fire it off the boards. It's back into the Rampage zone. Doesn't connect. Holmes has to play it. Comes up to Whittingham. He's going to turn with it. Whittingham makes a move to the outside. He's into the zone. Puck deflected into the corner. Foster picks it up off the wall, turns it for Whittingham. Whittingham back behind the net, skates to the near side. Whittingham off the wall, sends it over to Rahosian, bounces on a stick, goes to the far side wall. Rahosian recollects, turns with it, blows the tire, I think. I'm going to assume so. No, he did get tripped, and we do have a penalty coming. Foster's back into the zone, makes a move, and now tied up in the corner, we get a whistle. Rampage are going to have a power play. .505 left in period number 2. Out on the ice to start the power play for the Rampage boys. We've got Drexel, Sarver, Whitted, Wheeler, Bisley. Puck goes up the wall, Whitted over to Bisley, comes out of the zone, comes just across the blue line. Rampage are offside, so we'll get a face-off outside the zone. Rampage wins the draw, back to Bisley. He's going to fire it into the zone. Puck around to the far side. Victory Honda gets there. Sends it up the wall and held at the point by Wheeler. He turns, skates the blue line. Wheeler's going to skate down low, makes a move to the middle. feeds it through. Fed up, goes off of a stick, and that's going to go the distance, and we have a whistle for icing. Faceoff will be back in the Victory Honda zone with 1:26 left in the period. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, Foster, Whittingham, Gudanis, and Merrill. Tied up. Foster gets there. He's behind the net. Foster up to Merrill. Merrill back down to Whittingham. Whittingham sends a cross ice to Gudanis. He wrangles it in. Over to Whittingham. Shot. Goes off the post and wide. Honda picks it up. They're going to skate out of the zone with it. They take the red line and dump it. Gudanis has to come back, pick it up in his own zone. Gudanis across to Whittingham. Off the glass and out. Merrill's going to pick it up. Drops it for Whittingham. Whittingham's going to skate with it. Holds up at the point. Sends a saucer pass across to Gudanis. Gudanis' centering pass doesn't quite connect. Wilton was there. Whittingham turns with it. Makes a move to the outside. Back to the inside. Feeds it over Gudanis. Gudanis with a shot. Goalie with a save. Puck goes up the far side wall. Merrill pinching in is going to keep it in the zone. Honda has it. They send it up and out. A little back and forth at neutral ice, and now Honda turns and fires. It's on net. Play will continue. 3:21 and only 14 seconds left on the power play. Gudanis turns in his zone. He's going to skate it up. He's through neutral. Feeds it over to Foster. Foster has it in the zone. Foster up high. Honda back at full strength. Shot taken. McManus. Goaltender makes the save. Out on the ice, we've got Espirito, Huff, Rahosian, Roberts, McManus. Honda wins the draw. They're going to send it around to the near side wall. Up and out to neutral. Poke check's going to turn it around, and now Huff's going to chip it up to Roberts. Roberts is in the zone. Centering pass to McManus, sends it just wide of the net. Nice pass and a quick shot. Honda picks it up, sends a stretch pass. Huff gets a stick in the way. That's going to deflect into the Rampage zone. Holmes sends it to the far corner. Rahosian tries to pick it up off the wall. He does so. He's going to skate out. Quick move. Rahosian turns and fires it deep. Roberts is in to pinch in on the wall. Puck tied up down low. Comes out to a Victory Honda player. They turn, take the far side, fire it, goes off of sticks, and it's into the Rampage zone. Huff has to rush back for it. Gets sent up the far side boards. Honda turns, fires off of a stick behind the net. Honda skates to the near side. Centering pass doesn't connect. Centering pass deflects off of a stick all the way up and out. Not enough for icing. Honda has to come back into their own zone. They turn and send it up to neutral ice. Huff holds up at the red line, sends a pass across. Honda with the steal. They're back into the Rampage zone. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. Secondary shot. Holmes with the save. He's going to cover it up. 1:34 left in period number 2. We're going to face off in the Rampage zone. On the ice, we've got King, Bender, Whitted, Wheeler, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw back behind the net. Bisley picks it up. Skates to the far side, sends it up to the point, and it comes out. Bisley's going to pick it up. He skates through. Biz takes the far side. Centering pass attempt. Nobody quite home. It's going to bounce on net. Bender gets cross-checked on top of his own goaltender. He's standing there. I mean, they did that to their own goaltender. Hopefully the goalie's a little bit shaken up because we could handle a little bit of that today. Out on the ice, same crew as before. Little back and forth, and Honda has it. They send it across ice to the far side. Into the Rampage zone, centering pass. That gets tipped on net. So with 1:10 left in period number 2. Victory Honda cuts the lead to 1. On the missed penalty to the men in stripes. So out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Whittingham, Drexel, Merrill, and Gudanis. Honda wins the draw. They take the red line, dump it in. Puck down low. Honda's going to skate it to the near side. Off the wall, Whittingham with a steal. Puck goes way up in the air. Apparently not in the netting, stays in play. Came out of the zone, I think, but they're letting it play. Whittingham's going to pick it up. He skates it off the wall. Through neutral. Whittingham's into the zone. Rampage are offside. Victory Honda down here talking to their buddy. Out on the ice, we've got McManus, Rahosian, Foster, Esperito, and Huff. Popechek is going to send it in the zone. Honda coming back for it. Goaltender interferes with McManus on his way through. Rahosian turns, takes a shot. Goalie makes a save. Honda sends it up and through. It doesn't connect. That's icing. We get a whistle. Face-off will be back in the Victory Honda zone. 22.4 seconds left in the period. Same crew out as before. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarver, Esperito, and Huff. Tied up on the draw. Whitted pulls it off the wall, makes a move to neutral. Honda with the takeaway. They send it up and out. They're into the Rampage zone. Move down low. Tied up in the corner. Puck comes up to Sarver. He turns with it. And time expires. All right, so as we go into period number 3, Rampage with a 1-goal lead. After a barn burner start, the Victory Honda has battled their way back to cut it to 1. So what I will say is we cannot take our foot off the gas. We had an excellent first half of this game. Vast majority of the pressure was at their end of the ice. We cannot let up now. It's very clear that they're going to get away with all kinds of nonsense after the whistle. So we're just going to have to be ready to deal with that. Keep playing hockey. Try to keep cool heads. On top of taking cheap shots after the whistle, their bench is also the most obnoxious that I've heard in a long time. Entire bench chirping kids when they fall down or miss a puck or something like that. So I'd say let's close this one out and send these jerk wagons back to Detroit. That's my opinion. All right, out on the ice to start period number 3, we've got Sarver, Drexel, Whitted, Bisley, Wheeler. Tied up on the draw, comes back to Wheeler. Wheeler makes a move, He's going to skate through neutral into the Honda zone. He dumps it in the corner, gives chase. Over to the near side. Tied up down low. Drexel's in there. Whitted's in there. Puck comes up the wall to Bisley. Bisley feeds it back towards Whitted. Cross ice pass. Doesn't connect. Bounces out, and now Honda clears. Bisley wrangles it in, takes the red line, chips it back in to the zone. Johnny Sarver's going to give chase into the far corner. Puck comes up to Whitted. He skates it down low, makes a move out to neutral. Puck's going to end up in the near side corner. Down low, back to Whitted on the wall. It's tied up down low. Puck comes up and out of the zone now. Honda's going to send it across to the far side. And they're offside into the zone.
Every time that dude is offside in the middle.
On the ice, we've got Rosen, Whittingham, Foster, Gudanis, and Merrill. I wish I could. No, not at all. Honda wins the draw. They turn and fire it just wide of the net. That actually was icing. No call. Play continues. Merrill feeds it down to Gudanis. Gudanis changes direction over to Rahojan. Rahojan off the wall to Whittingham. Sends it up and out. It's into the Honda zone. Foster's given chase. Ties it up down low. Takes an elbow to the head. I don't know how much abuse Foster has to take in this game before we get a call that goes favorable. Off the wall. Comes up. Honda's out of the zone now. Merrill with the takeaway. Goes off of a skate. Comes back to Gudanis. He takes the red line. He's going to dump it in. On net. Goalie sends it into the far corner. Rahojan giving chase on the forecheck. Honda skates up and out. They feed it down low into the near side corner. McManus is in there with the takeaway. He feeds it over to the near side. Comes up to Rahojan. Rahojan turns. Feeds it up the wall, but not out. Honda sends it in. Turns in the circle. Takes it to the far side. Gets deflected, and Holmes is going to cover it up. 14:49 left in the game. Face off in the Rampage zone. On the ice, we've got Wilton, Roberts, Espirito, McManus, and Huff, I think. Honda wins the draw, sends it over to the near side. Shot taken, goes off bodies, doesn't make it through. Roberts is going to pick it up, chips it off the wall. He skates it out. Wilton's going to pick it up. It's into the Honda zone. Up to Roberts at the point. Roberts takes a shot from up high, goes wide of the net. Ends up on the near side. Espirito pinching in. Centering pass goes through, ends up on the far wall. Huff is going to close the gap and keep it in the zone. Chases it back down behind the net. Honda feeds it up the near side wall. Espirito's there to pinch in. Now Honda picks it up off the wall. They turn and fire it. They're into the Rampage zone. Huff makes a nice defensive play. Roberts is going to pick it up. Roberts makes a move. He turns. Skates it out of the zone. Wilton gets tripped at center ice. I could see it. Everybody else could see it, but the refs couldn't see it. Into the zone. Lots of chaos in front of the net. Puck doesn't make it through. Bisley's going to pinch in, keep it in the zone. Puck down low. It's going to go to the near side corner. Roberts giving chase. I'm sorry, that's Wilton, I think. Puck tied up down low. And we've got an elbow. And they got to get that. It's that same kid. They got to get him out of here. It's that same kid every time. 13:41 left in the game. Rampage are getting a penalty. Both sides are getting a penalty. At least they got that one right. Head contact followed by John at the kid after the play is over. It's going to stay even. 13:41 left in the game. Out on the ice, we've got Bender, King, Whitted, Bisley, Wheeler. Rampage wins the draw up to Wheeler. Too many men! They dropped the puck with too many men. It was a late face-off. Honda's through the zone. They're into the Rampage zone. Centering pass. Holmes gets a piece of it, sends it wide. Honda turns. Holmes gets a piece of that one. Up to King. King clears the zone with it. King's going to send it into the Honda zone. Puck comes through, doesn't connect. That's icing. That's icing! That was icing every day of the week in every league. Whitted turns in his own zone, is going to send it across the far side to Sarver. Sarver holds up at the point, waiting for everybody to catch up. Whitted pokes it down the wall. Centering pass attempt. Lots of chaos out front. Whitted recollects, sends it across to Gudanis. Drexel's going to send it to the far wall. Drexel skates it off the wall, turns, fires off a body. Whittingham takes a shot. Goalie makes a save. Whittingham behind the net, tries to wrap around. Goalie makes a save. Gosh. Lots of good pressure right in front of the goaltender. Just couldn't get anything to land. Drexel feeds it back down towards Gudanis. Goes to the far wall. Gudanis is going to center it. Sarver's there. Shot attempt. Sarver spinning around as the player's hanging onto his stick. Gonna lose my mind today, folks. 12:15 left in the game. Face-off will be in the Victory Honda zone. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, McManus, Rahosian, Gudanis, and Merrill. Puck comes up to the point. Rahosian skates the blue line, turns, takes a shot. Off of bodies up front. Merrill holds it in. He's going to dump it down to the far corner. Puck down low. Honda sends it around to the near side. Merrill pitching in. Pulls it off the boards, and now Honda's going to send it across to the far side. Gudanis sends a shot. Goalie makes a save. Gudanis sends it up to center it. Rampage come out to recollect. McManus has it. Up to Gudanis, over to Rahosian. Rahosian skates back to this side, and Rampage are offside. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, Roberts, Whitted, Espirito, and Huff. Honda wins the draw back into their own zone. Up and off the wall, back to Espirito. Espirito in his own zone. Honda's going to turn around, send it back into the zone. Huff recollects, sends it over to Espirito. Espirito off the wall and out of the zone. Honda recollects in their own zone. Sends it up to Espirito with the steal. Rampage tag up. Doesn't advance into the zone. Wilton turns it on the wall. Little back and forth right at neutral ice. Honda sends it up and out off of Huff's skates. He's going to recollect. Rampage tag up. Off the boards, into the zone. Goes off the linesman. Puck down low. Whitted's down there. He's got Roberts to help him out. Puck comes to the near side corner. Roberts gets in there in the mix. Roberts comes out with it. Puck bounces up front. Whitted turns and fires. Goalie with the save. Puck back behind the net. Up the wall to Espirito. Takes a shot. Goes off a body. Whitted with a shot. Goalie makes a save. King with a shot. King with a second shot. Puck is still loose. And now Roberts picks it up. And you got to get that penalty. Thank goodness. Seriously, get him a saddle if he's going to ride him around the rink like that. Zach Roberts buries all kinds of chaos. Missed calls. Rampage go up 5-3. 10:19 left in the game. I got to save a little bit of voice because this is not even our last game of the day. Nice job by Zach Roberts to be there hunting the puck. I don't know what he could possibly be describing to the coach unless he's describing why he's going to put one of their players in the box, which he's not. So I don't know what that would possibly that coach could have to say. I don't think so. We've got King, Whittingham, Bender, Bisley, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw, send it up. Honda has it in their own zone, cross to the far side. In the zone, on net, Holmes is going to drop it for Bisley. Bisley sends it up the wall. King has it. He turns, skates off the wall. Skates to the far side. He's going to dump it into the zone. Goes off a body, and now Honda's going to send it up and out. We have a slash coming. Finally, we're getting a penalty against the Victory Honda, I should say. 9:57 left in the game. Rampage is going to be on the power play. On the ice, we've got Whittingham, Gudanis, Foster, Merrill, and Wilton. Rampage win the draw up to Gudanis at the point. Sends it across to Merrill. Merrill turns, fires it to Whittingham. Whittingham takes a shot from up top. Goes off, I think it got a piece of pipe. Comes to Gudanis at the point. Pass attempt. Honda gets in the way. Gudanis holds it from being cleared initially, but now they clear the zone. Comes back to Merrill at neutral ice. Merrill changes direction for Whittingham. Goes off his stick. Foster holds up on the far wall. Sends it off the wall to the near side to Gudanis. Gudanis is into the zone. Feeds it across to Merrill. Merrill's going to drive it down low. Takes a shot. Goalie makes a save. He's going to hang on. The Victory Honda guys don't seem to have figured out that when they cross-check our players into their goalie, that's bad for them. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Sarber, Espirito, Wheeler. Rampage win the draw. Back to Espirito at the point. He's going to walk the blue line. Drops it for Sarver. Sarver down low to Drexel. Drexel behind the net. Drops it for Wheeler. Out front. Whitted's there. Shot deflected. Ends up wide and in the far corner. Wheeler drops it for Drexel. Puck comes around to the near side wall. Sent up and out of the zone. Wheeler has to come back for it. And we've got a hand pass. It went off of Espirito's glove. 1 minute on the power play. Face off. It's going to be just outside the Rampage zone or maybe at neutral ice. Right at the center dot, it looks like. Same crew out as before. Nope. Sorry, just outside the Rampage zone. Rampage win the draw. Wheeler's going to send it over to Espirito. Espirito takes the red line, holds up. He's going to dump it in. Drexel's going to go after it. Drexel picks it up down low. He skates to the far side, sends it up to the point to Espirito. Espirito across the blue line to Wheeler. Wheeler drops it for Espirito. Espirito takes the wall. He's going to skate down low. Espirito out front, Whitted with the shot, and then Whitted doesn't get much on it, and I think Carter Drexel is there to pick it up. So on the deflection with a power play goal, Carter Drexel takes his second one of the game. He's going to put the Rampage up 6-3. 8:24 left in period number 3. And as I have been saying, we cannot take our foot off the gas now. Still a lot of hockey left to play. Out on the ice, we've got King, McManus, Bender, Bisley, and Huff. Rampage win the draw. Back to Bisley. He's going to send it up. Honda has it. A little back and forth at neutral, and it's going to end up in the Rampage zone. Bisley has to come across to the far side to pick it up in his own zone. Sends it up the far wall. Comes up to the point. It's fed back down low. Huff's there. Puck comes across to the near side. Bisley with a takeaway. He's going to skate it up the wall, feeds it up and out towards Bender, goes through his skates. He's going to end up in the Honda zone. Honda picks it up in the far corner. Bender applying pressure. McManus is in there as well. Honda sends it up and out. Gudanis wrangles it in backwards off the boards. Kings into the zone with it. Or sends it into the zone, I should say. McManus on the forecheck. A couple of Rampage players going for a change. Honda trying to skate it out. A steal by Roberts initially. It's going to come out to Gudanis at neutral ice. He skates the far side into the zone. Gudanis centering pass ends up on Merrill's stick. Merrill takes a shot. Goalie makes the save. And we get a stoppage. We'll have a face-off in the Victory Honda zone with 7:22 left in the game. Score 6-3 in favor of your Colorado Rampage. Out on the ice. What? What? This is awful, man. The refs obviously feel sorry for Victory Honda because now every time we get a stoppage, we get a penalty. This is horrible, man. Horrible. 7:22 left in the game. Rampage are going on the penalty kill for being the Rampage. Out on the ice, we've got Bisley, Whittingham, Roberts, and Wheeler. Rampage win the draw back into the corner. Wheeler's going to turn and fire it to the near side. Tied up down low. Bisley's in there. Honda fires it across to the far side. Up to the point. Held at the point. Down to Wheeler. Wheeler fires it. That goes off of Whittingham's stick. It goes the distance. Whittingham's going to get there first. Over to Roberts. Roberts takes a shot, doesn't get much on it. And then Whittingham on the rebound with the shorty! Rampage are going to go up 7-3 on the shorthanded goal to Jack Whittingham. Nice, hard-working play by that penalty kill crew. 6:50 left in the game. We still have 1 minute and 28 seconds left on the PK for the Rampage. Get a couple of fresh skaters out on the ice. Excellent job by that last PK unit. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Huff, Espirito. Rampage win the draw back into their own zone. Espirito turns, going to chip it up in the air to neutral ice. Bounces through, and Honda is offside. Tied up on the draw. Honda's going to come out of the pile with it. Back into their own zone. 1 minute, 14 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Rampage. Honda's going to skate to the far side. Take the wall. Centering pass, it's not going to connect. It comes through the near side wall. Shot taken, deflects off a stick up into the netting. 1 minute exactly left on the penalty kill. We'll get a couple of fresh forwards out on the ice. We've got Foster and Sarver out to join Huff and Espirito on the PK. Rampage win the draw. Espirito's got it low in the corner. Turns with it. He's going to fire it up and out. Honda has it at neutral ice. They're back into the Rampage zone. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. It's going to end up on the near side wall. They feed it down the boards. It's going to go to the far corner. Huff picks it up, feeds it up and out off of a stick. It's to neutral ice. Honda has it. They're going to skate, send it to the near side. They're into the Rampage zone. Espirito gets in the way of that. Quick takeaway. Honda takes it back, sends a shot wide of the net. Honda has it at the far wall. Quick poke check, and Foster gets a steal. Sarver sends it back to him, back to Foster. Foster slips the jab. Puck comes back to Huff. He's going to send it over cross ice to the far side. And we get a bad hit. That one was in the head, into the boards, with trash talk afterwards. That's a 2 and 10. Every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Head contact into the boards. That's a 2 and 10 every day. But not today. Out on the ice, we've got to start the power play. So 5:27 left in the game. I'm sorry, we'll have 4 and 4 for 6 seconds, followed by a Rampage power play. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Whitted, Wheeler, and Sarver. Rampage win the draw. Back to Wheeler at the point. Wheeler's going to skate down the near side board. Center pass. Honda with the steal. Rampage are at full strength. Into the zone. Quick takeaway. Drexel's turned the other direction. Drexel's into the Victory Honda zone. Centering pass attempt. Honda's got it back. They're going to skate to the far wall. They clear it. Bisley over to Wheeler. Wheeler back to Bisley. Bisley up off the boards, doesn't connect. That's going to be icing. 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the power play to the Rampage. 4:57 in the game. Face-off being the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Wilton, Foster, Gudanis, Merrill, and Whittingham. Quick jump, quick shot. Holmes with the save. He's going to cover it up. Puck back into the corner. Rampage win it. Gudanis has it behind his own net. Gudanis up to Whittingham. Whittingham's going to dump it into the zone. Wilton's going to give chase in the far corner. Blows the tire just as he gets there, but holds up. Whittingham turns, drops it for Merrill. Bounces past his stick, comes out of the zone. Rampage are offside. All the way out. Why is that all the way down? It was offside. It slid past his stick. That's not intentional. I remember when I didn't understand hockey either. Out on the ice, we've got Whitted, Wheeler, Drexel, Espirito, and Sarver. Rampage win it. Wheeler skates it, loses the handle, and now Drexel has it. He's at center. He's into the zone. Drexel takes the near side wall. He holds up with the circle. Drexel feeds it up to Wheeler. Wheeler across to Espirito. Espirito down the wall to Sarver. Sarver back to Espirito. He skates the blue line. Down to Wheeler. Up to Espirito. Goes off his boot. Has to wrangle it back in. Drops it for Sarver. Sarver recollects. Sarver feeds it down to Drexel. Up to Espirito. Doesn't connect. It's going to come all the way back. 27 seconds left on the power play. 3:52 in the game. Holmes has to send it across to Espirito on the far side. Takes a little pressure, gets held up down low. Drexel has to come back for it. Honda sends it up the far side wall, up to Sarver. Whitted chips it off the wall. He slips the jab. He's into the Honda zone, one-on-one. Whitted with the shot. Rebound comes up top. Whitted gets there to hold it. Maybe not in the zone. In the zone, and we got another penalty coming to Honda for a hold. It's about time we got a few calls in our favor. Long, long overdue. Can't get anything else right. 3:23 out in period number 3. Out on the ice to start this power play, we've got Foster, Whittingham, Rahosian, Merrill, and Gudanis. And just to be clear, the previous penalty had expired, so this is still 5-on-4. Rampage win the draw up to Gudanis at the point. He's going to skate it in. Makes a turn at the wall. Cross ice to Whittingham. Whittingham was shot. Goalie gets a piece of it, goes to the near side corner. Rahosian up to Gudanis. Gudanis is going to skate down low with it. Up front, takes a shot, goes off the side of the net, ends up in the far corner. Gudanis tries to feed it up, comes up to Merrill at the blue line, feeds it down the wall to Whittingham. Whittingham turns with it, sauces it across to Gudanis. Gudanis to the top of the circle, sends it across to Whittingham. Whittingham with a shot. It's going to go out of the zone. Merrill has to recollect. He sends it over to Whittingham. Whittingham makes a move to the inside. He's into the Victory Honda zone, drops it for Gudanis at the point. Gudanis over to Merrill, just outside the reach. It's going to come out of the zone. Merrill has to hustle back for it. Drops it for Gudanis. Gudanis is going to feed it to the far side to Whittingham. Cross to Rahosian. Back to Foster. Still at neutral ice. Foster's going to skate to the far side. Just under a minute left on the power play for the Rampage. Into the zone. We got another penalty coming to Victory Honda. I'd say let him touch up. So with the tripping penalty, we're going to be 5-on-3 power play for 45 seconds to the Rampage with 2:08 left in the game. Out on the ice, we've got Server, Whitted, Bisley, Wheeler, and Drexel. Rampage win the draw up to the point. Bisley wrangles it in up high. Feeds it down low to Drexel. Drexel to Bisley. Bisley over to Wheeler. Right now we just need to control that puck. Wheeler up to Bisley. Shot doesn't get much on it, goes wide. Drexel wrangles it in, sends it back up to Bisley. Back to Drexel. Drexel across to Wheeler. Bounces on him. He regains control. Skates to the circle. Shot taken. Goalie gets a piece. It's going to go to the near side corner. Sarver picks it up. Sarver up to Bisley up high. Bisley back to Sarver. Sarver sends it across to Drexel. Takes a shot and goes back behind the net. It's going to come out of the zone. And time expires on the 3. So Rampage are still in the power play for 1:14 and only 1:20 left in the game. Wheeler has it. He's going to skate through neutral. He's into the zone. Makes a move. He's down low. Bounces. Whitted takes a shot. Goalie gets a save. Puck ends up behind the net. Honda picks it up. They're out of the zone. Cross ice pass. Into the Rampage zone. Goes off of Bisley. Skates. Ends up in the far corner. Centering pass attempt. Bounces up in the air. Shot taken. And that one's going to go through on the near side. So with 57 seconds left on a shorthanded goal, Victory Honda is going to cut the lead to 3. I believe the score is 7-4. 7-4 should be. Rampage still have 49 seconds of power play time. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Rahosian, Foster, Gudanis, and Merrill. Rampage get there first. Merrill sends it over to Gudanis. Gudanis fans on the pass. Recollects, sends it up to Foster. He's into the zone with it. Down low, gets tied up low in the corner. And Honda's going to send it to the far side wall. Merrill's going to get there, lets it come out to neutral ice, sends it back to Whittingham. Has to make sure it doesn't come in the zone offside. He skates to the near side, takes a shot, deflects off a stick, goes to the far wall. Gudanis turns with it. Centering pass attempt. Whittingham's going to keep it in the zone down low. 13 seconds left in the game. Honda comes up and out of the zone with it. It's into the Rampage zone, goes to the far wall. Honda picks it up. And we got a penalty coming, and time expires. That wasn't a cross-check either. Rampage, thankfully, come away with the win against Victory Honda and some horrible officiating. So, very happy to report that after the first game of the weekend, the Rampage come away with a 7-4 win. Nice job. Lots of high-paced play. And let's keep that going. We got a big, what I believe will be a very physical game against Bell Tire later this afternoon. And hopefully no fights in the stands with your announcer and parents from the Bell Tire team, who I happen to know are fat, obnoxious, and most all the time drunk. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you back later this afternoon.
But
know what intentional offsides is.